Hey guys, I want to talk to you about the latest release of Cleanflight, the LED portion of Cleanflight. We are on configurator 6.1 now, and in the GUI there's lots of stuff, but I'll just go over it looking at the quad. Now, first of all, you can see the LEDs, they're kind of blowing out the screen. They're all washed out looking. You can't tell what the colors are hardly, and they're just big. I mean, this thing puts out a lot of light with these LEDs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to correct the exposure, underexpose it so it looks good, and then we'll restart so you can see what's going on with the colors. Okay, so we're going to plug them up, and I want to show you the initialization sequence.
No battery, too low.
Couldn't get it plugged in right. Okay, so there we have the initialization, and if for some reason your machine was on a hill or something like that and it didn't come on like this, you'd get an indication saying, hey, we can't arm because your machine is not within the proper angle that's set by the code. Okay, so you'd see something like that. Now, what the cool thing about the new LED configuration software in the GUI 6.61, I guess it is, instead of 6.0, it's 6.1, is the ability to go in and assign colors to each one. So there's actually a color tag, and it lets you select between, I think, 0 and 15. However, 14 and 15 are black, and 0 is white. So there's like 13 colors, 12 or 13 usable different colors. Because again, 14 and 15 are black. So I can make all of these any color that I want if I just wanted a color combination. However, we still have a little bit of shortcoming when it comes to being able to assign specific colors to the flight modes, as well as arm and disarm switches. So the actual functions, they call to a specific color set, and those are not adjustable yet. Now, the way I have my craft set up is more like a real navigation lighting on an aircraft or a boat. Now you'll notice on the right hand side it's green, and the left hand side it's red. So you can always tell based on that structure, that setup, if it's coming or going. You know, that's how airplanes work. However, you need to define the front and rear of the craft, and the way you do that is on the rear of a craft we'll get a red beacon. It's like a strobe, not a pulse like a strobe light, but a flashing red light. So if we had the ability to do the flash in the center here, we could set up our beacon, and then also strobes on the wingtips. So if we could take these outside LEDs and make them flash white and then go back to red, we would be able to have strobes, and we're working on that. If you want to see features in Cleanflight, you go to the GitHub and go to the issues and offer up comments and things you want to see changed. So again, we're going to be working on that. So how I have mine set up again is like nav lights, and here on these particular lights here that I'm covering up, these are actually the arm disarm lights. Now again, I would like to see this one red, or the ability to code it red, so I can have my nav set up. Now the middle lights back here, these are going to be my flight modes as well as my thrust bar. So as I increase the throttle or decrease the throttle, it's going to light those lights. And then up front is going to give me flight modes as well. Okay, so let's go through how everything's working on this. If we were to move to the right, you can see that I've got these lights, they turn into like an amber. Let me look through the camera, make sure we can see the front and back arms here. Okay, there we go. So if we're going to go to the right arms flash, and I've got every other LED selected. So it's this one, it's that one, and it's this one. So I've got both forward and rear facing indicators. And the more you deflect the arms, the faster it goes. Now if you can't see, that's because there's rolling shutter, but you can definitely see it in real life. The rolling shutter is a limitation of the camera to record fast animated things or fast moving things. So let's go ahead and continue. So we have our indicators. If we're going to give our thrust, if you look at these backlights, you'll notice that these outside LEDs and inside LEDs are going to change colors. And it goes from an amber to a green to like a mint blue, a mint green on the outside. And the centers go from a pink to a red to a green to an amber. So you can see that that's full power and that's braking. Okay, now let's look at some of the arm disarm situations. If you look at these LEDs here, you can see they're going to go from a green to a blue. So this is disarmed and that's armed. Disarmed, armed, which that's kind of cool. So you have a visual indication whether you're armed. Now different flight modes. If you look at these center LEDs, they're going to give me different colors based on the flight modes. And same in the front, so I can tell what flight mode I'm in. Now in the future, you'll see different codes for GPS mode and baro mode and head-free mode. You'll be able to assign different colors. So that's my setup for LEDs. Again, with the new GUI setup and the new code, with colors it supports color rings, so you can actually set up a ring that's got an animated set of moves on it with different colors, which is kind of cool. Or you can set up for nav lights like I've done here. Again, this will work on airplanes or multi-rotors. They're going to be working on the plane code hopefully soon. I'm going to push them hard as I can to try to help me out, because I'm going to start using Cleanflight boards and some advanced design stuff that needs stability just to fly. You know, kind of like the stealth fighter can't fly without a computer. Well, that's the future of planes in the RC world, is unstable designs that need gyros to make them fly. However, those unstable designs are typically faster machines, and they can handle more loads and stuff. So the future's bright with Cleanflight, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration of the LEDs, and thanks for watching.